I cannot help it. Some nights I spend kicking my legs, turning the covers, leaving my bed unable to be made in the morning. I cannot help it. I feel the urge to kick my legs. There is an indescribable itching that attacks them. They become a pain, an annoyance, a barrier to my body and mind's safe zone. I cannot help it. The only way to soothe it is to kick and kick and kick. My nights are restless. I cannot help it. I cannot control it. My throat collapses on itself at night, choking me. I wake unable to breathe because of the blocked passageway to my lungs. I cannot control it when my brain decides to cut off the signals to my respiratory system, leaving me gasping for air but not able to come. I cannot control it. I wake up with a sore throat. I am forced to wear a mask at night that forces oxygen down into my lungs. I cannot control it. I cannot predict it. I fall to the ground in a heap. My brain does not know when to be awake and when to be asleep. I am not able to drive. Because I cannot predict it. I can be up for hours when a sudden bout hits me and I go out like a light. It can happen any time, any place, with anybody. I cannot predict it. I may become a victim of head trauma if the fall is high enough, the hit hard enough. I do not get to participate in sports because I never know when it is going to happen. I could be lying in bed. I could be walking down the stairs. I cannot predict it. I cannot sleep. I lie in bed, warm under the covers, and stare at the ceiling. I cannot sleep. People argue that it is just stress, and I need to relax more, and I will be able to sleep. They are right. They are wrong. Secondary insomnia makes sense to the world. I cannot sleep because I have a lot on my mind, a lot going on. But I have not slept for 3 weeks. No, I have not slept well for 3 weeks. I cannot sleep when I'm happy, or sad, or angry, or indifferent. I have primary insomnia. I cannot sleep for any other reason than the fact that I cannot sleep. I close my eyes. I do not lapse into unconsciousness and wake the next morning fully refreshed. I do not know why. I cannot sleep. I cannot help it that I have restless legs. I cannot control my sleep apnea. I cannot predict my bouts of narcolepsy. I cannot sleep because of my insomnia. I cannot change the fact that I have a sleep disorder.